India celebrates its 73rd Republic Day today. The Republic Day parade on Rajpath in Delhi this year will feature 16 marching contingents, 17 military bands, and 25 tableaux of various states, union territories, department, and the armed forces. India's military might and cultural diversity will be showcased. This year's Republic Day events is a part of Centre's Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to celebrate 75 years of independence. The country will witness the largest FlyPast comprising 75 aircraft and helicopters. Owing to COVID concerns, the Delhi police have barred children below 15 and people who are not vaccinated with both doses from attending the Republic Day parade this year, which will begin at 10:30 am. India said that the perpetrators of 2008 Mumbai terror attack continue to enjoy Pakistan's patronage, adding that the country misused platforms provided by the UN to propagate false and malicious propaganda against India. We are discussing the protection of civilians today. The biggest threat to civilians today comes from the terrorists. As we mentioned earlier, the perpetrators of the heinous terror attack in Mumbai in 2008 continue to enjoy the patronage of the state which he represents, India said. During the debate on protection of civilians in armed conflict, Counselor in India's permanent mission to the UN, R. Madhusudan said, member states are aware that Pakistan has an established history and policy of harboring, aiding, and actively supporting terrorists. This is a country which has been globally recognized as one openly supporting, training, financing, and arming terrorists as a matter of state policy. Former West Bengal Chief Minister and returner CPIM leader Buddhadev Bhattacharjee refused to accept Padma Bhushan award. In a statement, he said, I know nothing about this award. No one has ever told me anything about it. If they have decided to offer me Padma Bhushan, I refuse to accept it. According to CPIM sources, it was a decision of both Bhattacharjee and also the party. The party took to Twitter and wrote Communist Buddhadev Bhattacharya, who was nominated for Padma Bhushan award, has declined to accept it. The CPIM policy has been consistent on declining such awards from the state. Our work is for people, not for awards. Communist EMS, who was earlier offered an award, had declined it. While speaking in an event honoring Mozipur martyrs, CM Stalin stated that when Anna came to power in 1967, he brought in two-language policy and named the state as Tamil Nadu due to the outcome of Mozipur. We are still struggling to amend laws that would facilitate state languages as official language of the nation, stated CM Stalin. Just because we say Tamil, it does not mean that we are narrow minded. Not only Hindi, but we are not against any language, stated CM. We don't oppose Hindi, we only oppose Hindi imposition. We are fond of Tamil, and that does not mean we hate any other language, claimed CM Stalin. US President Joe Biden said on Tuesday that he would consider personal sanctions on President Putin if Russia invades Ukraine, as Western leaders stepped up military preparations and made plans to shield Europe from a potential energy supply shock. The rare sanctions threat came as NATO places forces on standby and reinforces Eastern Europe with more ships and fighter jets in response to Russia's troop build-up near its border with Ukraine. Russia denies planning an attack and says that the crisis is being driven by NATO and US actions. It is demanding security guarantees from the West, including a promise by NATO never to admit Ukraine. Moscow sees the former Soviet Republic as a buffer between Russia and NATO countries.